Hi dear students, this video is the most asked to me in the last few days. How to reduce stress and anxiety for the coming NEET. Around less than 45 days are remaining and I think we should gear up for the best preparation ahead. But what is pulling us down is one thing, that is, sir, I'm really stressed out. Exams are nearing up. I'm not exactly sure what to do. Watch this video completely. I have really worked on this and understood the students' issues and I'm very sure you can correlate with this. I'll talk about what are the students asking right now and see if it really faces you or not. Sir, is my note sufficient? That's a very biggest question that I'm being asked. I'll answer this right now here. Every note that you have made has been made by a faculty who has really worked in his own field. They have really worked on this. So the notes are prepared from either a video series, a live series, or a face-to-face series. Please believe in that. Your resources has to be believed because you have made it. You have read this for over a few months. Don't leave this right now. Those are your strength. Do not leave that. Your notes has to be and will be sufficient. Don't worry about it. Second, sir, is my preparation sufficient? The notes are sufficient, but what I've prepared right now, is that sufficient? The two ways of getting to know that. Number one, all the tests you are giving. So the test you are giving and the question coming from the notes, are you able to make that correct or not? If you're able to make the correct, just relax yourself. You are exactly going in the right direction. But sir, my marks are not coming. I'll talk about this. No, not to worry. But first understand, since the question that is coming from the notes and you're able to make it correct, you're going in the absolute right direction. So whether preparation is sufficient or not, do not judge it just by the number of hours you're putting into or the quantity that you're having. If you're able to score good marks, don't worry guys, you'll really do well. Sir, biggest question. Sir, will the question come from what I read? Now, I'll give you a simple example. See, suppose when I teach pathology as such, so I ensure, in fact not me, every faculty also ensures that what they're teaching concludes and comprises of all the last 5 to 6 years of questions being asked from that. So if you are reading what you have been taught from the notes and you have read it once, you have revised it once, the question udhar se hi aayega na. The question will come from pathology only. It can't come from electronics, can't come from mechanical engineering, right? So the question that you're actually studying, preparing there, it has to come from the notes only. You should be self-sufficient. You should feel that self-sufficiency in yourself. And that will give you more relaxation. But the bigger problem here is, sir, my peers are performing better. My friends who are with me, they are preparing better. At this point of time, your only competition must be yourself. Your mirror should be your biggest competition. Just try to ensure that suppose you read today for 5 hours, tomorrow will be 5 hours 15 minutes. Today you have read for 10 hours, it should not be 9.5 hours tomorrow. It should be 10 hours 10 minutes or 10 hours 20 minutes. That means do not compare yourself to anyone else. Think like a topper, believe like a topper. But sir, how to do that? Let's talk about the solutions, bigger solutions. Let's come to the how to reduce stress. I'll start with the morning. When we wake up in the morning, many students just get up in the morning and sit in the study table. I think just change that. When you get up in the morning, do a small exercise. It can be just a stretching of the hands and legs, that's enough. Or you want to go out for a walking, that's really good enough. Do deep breathing exercises. Deep breathing really helps. It really has helped. It has helped me. It has helped a lot of students who have interacted to me. So deep breathing will surely help. And more importantly, before you sit down and study table, just talk to yourself. Yes, I can do it. Yes, I am the best. And believe that really what you're preparing right now, what you're studying today, you have to believe on that. So just tell yourself, and this can be written in front of a study table also. If you want to share with others, it's okay. If not, just keep it to yourself. Don't tell others. Yes, I am the best. I will get rank 1. That is what you must think about. Do not have negativity. But what brings about negativity is a lot of thoughts going to the mind. Second reason of negativity is a timetable that you make. I have seen students making a timetable of 10 hours, whereas they have been reading just for 6 hours a day. So going from that 6 hours to 10 hours is not possible. You should not ask your friends how are they preparing their own timetable. You must make your own timetable depending upon what is your performance. Suppose you are able to read for 5 to 6 hours a day. Your timetable cannot be 12 hours. If you are reading for 10 hours a day, then your timetable can be at least of 10 hours or maybe it can be 11 hours. That means today suppose you make a timetable for tomorrow and you have ready for just 4 hours a day. Your timetable should consist of 5 hours only. Because once you achieve that, it gives you positive motivation. to just perform a bit extra. And because you have been able to achieve the previous day, it helps you to do and just push yourself a bit more. So I really believe, guys, do not make a timetable which anyone just gives you. Suppose I give you a timetable of 12 hours, but you have not been reading so much for the last few days. Just do not push yourself suddenly. Give yourself some time. Just come to that momentum and then start it. It really will help you. Next, go out. Suppose I'm very stressed out. What I do? I personally am telling you what I do. I just close what I'm doing right now. Just close the work and just go out. When I go out, I don't take my mobile phone. Just keep your mobile phone in a study table and just go out. Really enjoy the nature. Just take deep breathing. And do not talk to anyone else who is also in a negative mindset. Just go out from them. Just enjoy the nature, take deep breaths, and when you just are going in the outside environment, just tell yourself, again, believe in yourself, take that positive reinforcement to yourself that yes, you can do it, and you really do better when you go back home. Because if you meet a person who is already in a negative mindset, when you come back, again you have to close it and you go out. You can't do this again and again. If you are not able to study at all, take a break. And this break should be not a full day. Do not take a full day break. Just take half a day break. Do not take a full day break, because who knows, this break again will require after a few days. And you should have the liberty of taking the breaks again and again. Don't worry about how many breaks you're taking. Worry if you are sitting in a study table and not able to concentrate just because it's stressed out. Though, please understand one thing. Everyone preparing right now is stressed. Everyone is stressed out. What extra will you do if you take more and more anxiety? You should calm your nerves, because everyone is stressed out. Just think like a topper. And more importantly, because of studying so well in the last few days, it really helped you. Now, limit your resources. Just tell me one thing. Suppose you're watching me right now and you again watch a second video right now. What good has it done to you? I'm giving you one schedule, someone else is giving you another schedule, and you're confusing yourself. Just focus on a single person. If you have made him or her guru, just focus on him or her only. Similarly, the resource that you're putting right now, do not change it right now. Someone said, Ki chalo, this revisions video series is good, I am watching that. Someone said, this short video series is very good, usko dekh liya. And someone said, no, this everything is not okay. This notes is very good, isse turant cover ho jayega. So I have my own notes. I have the revision video series notes. I have this quick notes also. I have watched this video from my YouTube. I have that notes also. And I have everything in front of me. What to read? Do not do this. Since your resource has been a notes, just stick to it. Yes, if you forget it, then you can switch on the notes, and please ask us how to do that in a quick duration. I will really help you. Okay. Now, coming to the biggest question that is being asked, sir, how to increase my score in the grand test? Even though I made a separate video for this, do watch that separately also. But right now, I just cover in short. First of all, when you give a grand test, come in that positive mode that you have read all 19 subjects. Even though you have not read few subjects and not revised few subjects, don't come in that zone where you tell yourself, because I have not read these 4 subjects, because once you tell yourself that I have not read these 4 to 5 subjects, you never even think of attempting those questions of a grand test. You keep on leaving them, which should not happen. So when you sit on the grand test in a study table at 9 o'clock in the morning, timing is very important. Without any distraction around you, but just a cup of water. Just tell yourself, I will do my best in this grand test because this is my NEET paper 23. That is the determination you should have. Because once you do that, you will have a motivation to read the question number 1 to question number 200 with same intensity. It's so surprising that still now students are leaving 40 question to 50 question for grand test. But if you leave 40 question for grand test, how will you able to get 140 score? It's not possible at all. Because any test has 30 questions completely out of the blue. No one can attempt that. The competition is not in 200 questions. The competition will always be in 180 questions, 170 questions. So, if you're not giving yourself that extra mile by attending more number of questions, you're not at all in a race. So, please believe me and increase your attempts by just telling yourself, first of all, that I will perform the best in this grand test because this is my NEET paper 23. And how to increase the attempts? Just exclude the options one by one. Dekho, what happens is, suppose you have a big question, okay? I'll just give you a simple example. And that question is on classification. And you have not read the classification at all. At least what you should do is, read what exactly went wrong in the explanation part. It will be more beneficial if you have at least read the question well. And to read the question well, you have to attempt it well. If you think that this attempt will increase in the main exam, that will never go to happen. Your hands and the legs will actually get cold and your attempt will fail. So just for time manipulation, time increasing and time management, you must increase your attempt in a practice grand test. Also remember, suppose it's a big classification and you are not able to read completely, don't worry. बस एक paragraph या एक line add कर लो. Because if you can remember that single point of the classification, others will be able to solve only because you need to just exclude the options, right? You don't need to read the answer. You don't have to write the long questions and answers. It's not a prof exam. So even if you know one option or two option about that question, I think that right now, just give yourself the extra mile and attempt the paper and see what happens. Suppose that you are attempting 50 question extra. Out of the 50, in a worst case scenario, 50 में 40 will go correct, wrong, and 10 will go wrong. At least 10 तो सही करोगे ना? It's nil, zero, कोई बात नहीं ना? And who knows if the 10 becomes 15? Oh my God, you have gone at least so many extra correct. 20 marks you've got extra. So please attempt more. It will initially decrease your marks, that's okay. But once you've read the question well, you'll always not make that question wrong next time that you read. So guys, I think this was a really eye-opener for you. To decrease the stress, do regular exercise in the morning. Give yourself some positive reinforcement. When you feel down, go out and just have nature. This nature should be in front of you. Do not take your mobile phone again. Do not talk to someone who's negative and talking negative in front of you. Tell yourself, yes, you can do it. I'm very sure you'll come as the winner. To let me know what else you want from me, will also make that video and motivate you even more. Wishing you all the best for NEET 23. Take care. God bless you all and stay happy.